Yeah, tell me what happened last time.
Luckily, this one's nice and easy because the group was more or less cohesive, save for one person. So, was decided that I believe it was Fiona and Colton going on a little road trip. I think Fiona decided after that she wanted to go see family. Called the mom, got no answer. Called her brothers. I believe she has two brothers, right?
Yes, a brother and a sister.
Brother and sister.
Brother and a sister. Basically got told, yeah, sure, whatever. Kind of like, yeah, sure, we'll check in. Fuck you. Leave. Did they pick up Ashley after the meeting? After Portia came to talk to Fiona, or did they pick her up before? Can't remember the exact.
They picked her up, and on the way there, Portia stopped by and talked with her.
Yeah. Then Portia pretty much came and said, "Hey, your family's in danger. Fiona responded, yeah, okay. No, I don't want to talk to you." Portia left after being somewhat rudely told off. And when they went there, they found that well, at least Fiona's mother had been taken, and it was not too long to figure out her siblings had also been taken. With a bit of clue gathering, they were able to track down to a warehouse, but before they went to the warehouse, Colton spoke to an oracle who owed him one, who basically told him it's a basically told him to do nothing. That in actuality, it's a hard thing will be a hard thing to do, but doing nothing will result in the best outcome. The group decided to do something. Going back to Columbus, how foolish to think that they could leave. They got a call from, I believe it was Ashley got a call from Rebecca, who essentially told her and Colton to back off, that this was a favor she was doing for the Succubi twins, and basically, more or less, directly told Ashley, if you and Colton don't fuck off, your friend will die. Your friend who's been helping you, your IT guy. Ashley and Colton left, though Colton, of course, reminded Fiona about the fact that she can always call on him when she needs him, and he'll be there. It was at that point that Fiona went inside and alone, and found Julie and Nicole, who were thoroughly unimpressed with her claims of wanting to be a better person, of also having cared about Trigon and all that, and more or less decided that, we're going to, what if we mess with your family a bit? Like, just, not a bit like you messed with ours. At that point, Fiona called on Colton, and he appeared. Meanwhile, Christina had gone to the Inferno Club, and after talking with Claudia a bit, was able to get her to come out into Columbus with her. They went on a date to one of a local art museum exhibit of some kind, where Claudia revealed that Abaddon had actually apologized to her, that she was speaking to a therapist. No, Christina, happy with that, reassured Claudia that Christina doesn't plan to go anywhere. That Christina will be here with her, no matter what. And she saw and Christina got a vision. Split into two. One of Claudia happy, joy-filled, and the other one of Claudia facing what looked to be a swarm of some kind of lights in the sky with Christina by her side. It's at that point that after Colton failed to convince the Nicole and Julie to maybe think about this a bit more, reconsider. Fiona agreed to go with the two succubi to basically trade her soul for Moloch's. So at that point, the angels intervened. Colton got the family out while Fiona ran away. Claudia, getting the call, flew off without explanation, while Christina, though, got in contact with Leon and made her way to the scene. Christina, getting there, did see Claudia wounded. Was told by Leon to go talk to a few people. She talked to a man who called himself the Black Dog, and he's an angel hunter of some kind. So, extended an offer to cooperate with her patron, Abaddon. Neither one of them seems to hold angels in high regard. She also talked to her house elected Colton and got the rundown on how this whole thing happened. After that, she went to go relay that to Abaddon, who admitted that, yeah, there would have been a time in which she would have fallen for this ploy. She probably would have killed Fiona, but not anymore. And Christina was able to, though, spend a favor, a debt, to at least ensure that Julia and Nicole will not be going after Fiona's family or friends again. And meanwhile, Fiona failed to, let's say, speak with her family, as they were quite terrified. Eventually, Portia came, took the mother, while the Black Dog did intervene, was held at bay, and Ashley got the siblings out, leaving the mother with Heaven, the siblings with the Cardinals, and Fiona with some very, well, a lot of burnt bridges. And yeah, we did leave it off there, though there was one last thing that happened. Catalina did heal Fiona, wonderful new lady who showed up, new friend, let's say. I think that's where we ended.
Yeah. I think a couple of people were visiting other places, but who does anyone want to do anything right now? Anything on the agenda?
The immediate thing, of course, was just informing Leon that, yeah, she's related to Abaddon, and Christina does want to go talk to Claudia.
Yeah. Probably find her in the Inferno Club, because she has no actual house. So yeah, as I think you've relayed the situation anyways to Abaddon already, so
Yeah, I was more just informing Leon that, yeah, Abaddon knows, and like, no, you do not. There's no orders to round anyone up yet, because he did request me to go tell Abaddon about shit.
Yeah. Listen, he doesn't listen. That sounds like you problem. He doesn't care. He's not even around. He's not in Inferno. He's off. He's gone. A fucking personal time off. You can find
I
Claudia
didn't know Kurt's got time off.
Well, apparently he has. But Claudia is around, so stop by and chat with her.
How are you? How are you feeling?
Well, doing better. Waiting for call. I assume this won't be the last fight.
Probably not. I don't think I need to make a painting to see that.
I am a soldier, so do what I do best. I look worried. Okay.
Sorry, my Discord was when I was pressing the button, it was freaking out a bit.
No worries.
Yeah, she'll say, as Christina will just say, understand that. Also, so the woman I love. I'm asking you to be careful. It's going to be a little hard, but try as much as you can.
She like chuckles a bit and says, "That's the plan."
As Christina will, Christina will kind of bring it up. As she'll say, did see it. It was right before you got that call. Flashed. Wish it had come earlier, but I guess the river of time doesn't always abide by our schedules. But saw you there. Had your sword out, facing what looked to be hundreds of flights in the sky. Weren't alone then, Claudia. I was with you then.
There's a smile at that. That's not a bad way to go out.
Christina will laugh a bit. Wouldn't be the worst way to go out, but I don't plan for either of us to go out at all. It's the wonderful thing about seeing fate. I get to put my hands on the scale.
I guess. Although, I don't think this is a war we can win. You don't know, but I've seen what kind of manpower heaven can wield. Or I might win a fight here and there, but they're fighting a mere fraction of their forces. If they actually decided, they actually considered us a threat. The might of one legion is enough to wipe us off completely.
Yeah. Christina, to that, will say, it's probably the most likely outcome. Though, she'll just turn to her. most of the visions are pretty terrible, I'm going to be honest. Don't know if that's just because of where I am right now, or if the future's just bleak for everyone. But I know that, at least I hope that, even if we do, heaven does come and snuff this all out, we're gonna have we're going to have some happy memories in between that, at the very least.
She'll happily nod. I know it was... Did hear they managed to wound one. One of the heavenly rulers. So who knows, we might at least, even if we fight, take down a couple with us.
At the very least, we can. The very least, we can break Heaven's perfect smile.
She nods.
That Christina's gonna turn a bit from such a gloomy topic, and should actually ask her about the therapist she was solving. She meant to ask that back at the exhibit, but so much happened so quickly.
Yeah, she's probably gonna walk you through a couple of the topics that she is beginning to open up about, and clear from what she's telling you that, yeah, this is mostly related to the Colton Maya trauma. And this is clearly a way for her to start to process emotionally what happened. She is learning how to deal with feelings. She's not very good at that at all. I'm not sure if there's a specific question about it.
Does she have any? Yeah, I think I would actually bring up. Does she have any sort of creative outlet for her feelings at all?
Kind of shakes her head. Not really, no.
Maybe you should try your hand at some of them. I mean, personally, paintings. But I was always drawn to, but there's a lot out there.
Not keep me persuaded then.
Absolutely. Persuade an NPC. Ah, success.
Nods and says, well, maybe you can teach me a thing or two. You have time?
Well, I'd love to. I mean, I'm not busy right now.
Neither am I.
So I strategically make myself scarce so
Yeah.
the others cannot ask for help.
Yeah, one down. 2 more to go. Yeah, you'll spend some time kind of teaching her how to the basics of drawing for now. Eventually we'll maybe move up to actual painting. But let's see what is Colton doing. Dick, are you around?
He's also making himself strategically unavailable.
Yeah, I'm around. I forgot that I muted my mic.
So, what is Colton doing right now?
I
Any
think I'm still at
plans?
the hospital. No, not really. I think I'm still at the hospital.
Um,
I think I have one injury.
yeah. Probably gonna finish patching you up. Yeah. You know what? Let me look through my folder of evil. Ah, I found it.
I like making friends, Grant.
Yeah, you should. This is the friendliest of people that's about to show up. Colton, your phone is ringing. Remind me, are you here with Fiona as well? I feel like you are. I don't know why.
Yes, I am. I'm basically
Okay.
bodyguard because of the Porsche thing.
Yeah. So your phone is ringing. As I'm presumably you will pick up. It's an unknown number.
Yes.
Says, is this Colton? Am I speaking to?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
A little birdie told me that you might be in need of a dedicated mender of flesh.
Might I ask who this is?
Second.
I'm gonna get fucking shot.
Give me 1 second, as this guy needs to remember his own name.
I was in the process of figuring out a name. I didn't realize you would ask so quickly.
I'm sorry, Grant. I'm gonna get shot.
Grunt, I have a question. What's the longest you've ever known somebody without like ever asking or requesting their name?
Oh, actually, quite because I don't people's names, even if they talk to me. I'm like, yeah, just you would be
Grunt doesn't
surprised.
even know his parents' names. Just never asked.
It's uh unless we're like introducing one another, you would be surprised.
Hang out with your friend for a year, never even bother asking his name, just keeps calling him hey you.
I in college I did that so it's like, hey, I'm just like if I shout out hard enough, they'll like eventually turn around.
That's fine. When I was in homecoming, I danced with a girl. I didn't even ask her name till the next day. Well, you're not alone, Grant. I think it's just a guy thing. But this is an unknown number who says weird shit. So
There we go. Found the perfect name. Says, listen, so I promise I have an obsession with certain characters and then names when they're important enough. Says, my name is Felix. I think that matters less, and I think that you're more interested in who I work for.
Yeah, that would probably help.
Well, in that case, you are safe. I think we have a same boss, although I don't get to fuck her.
All right. How far out are you?
I am in fact probably on the hallway. I just didn't want to freak you out when I entered your room.
Freak me out. I've seen a lot of weird shit. It takes a little bit to freak me out.
Well, I'm glad you said so. And like the door to your room opens, and you see this guy walk in, as does kind of. He is dressed like that. It's a very flamboyant like outfit. A large hat, has like an actual rapier on his like belt. He like walks in with a beaming smile. takes off his hat, kind of bows down. Says, my good sir, my good lady, I am here to heal your wounds.
Hey,
Sorry.
why do you know we're hurt?
Well, didn't see. This is why I didn't want you to freak out. You want to explain to her, or should I?
Why don't you explain to her? You know
Well,
what? Yeah, you explain to her.
my good lady, my beautiful fair maiden, I am but a humble knight, Spring Court. I was sent here to heal our good knight Colton. And well, since I know you're in the same room as him, I assume you're not sitting in the bed because you like the mattress.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, everything hurts. That is correct.
I am nothing if not a mender of the body.
Don't
I
say
already
that.
love you. Sure. Sure.
Yeah, he'll smile. He'll go and sort of can both heal like 2 more harm. Um, how does that feel?
80 fucking good.
So happy help. Especially I didn't realize you had such beautiful company, Colton. You seem to have a knack for it.
Hmm. What can I say? Like somebody as lovely as Fiona is. I got nothing. I got nothing. I'm sorry.
He chuckles and says, "Nah, I would also have a hard time trying to describe someone as interesting as her. As I will let you know, out of character, you both owe this guy one favor, but if you don't mind."
Listen, add him up. Does he look like a fae?
I'll be honest. What kind of other supernatural is gonna dress like a Renaissance cosplayer?
Any, if they're being played by hate.
Fair enough.
He does seem to exude that demeanor.
All right. Uh, we appreciate the healing, but I'm assuming she sent you our way. Is there anything else she needs?
Well, your presence, to be more specific. Why she wanted you a bit up and running early.
Do you know what she needs me for?
I don't presume to ask.
I mean, it seems important if she sends someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you need to, I can take care of my own for a few hours.
My lady, I would more than be honored to keep you company.
No, see, I already got company. Nothing to worry about. She's got a smile.
He's gonna smile back at you.
Careful, Felix. This flower has a lot of thorns.
I will only admire from a distance and get only as close as I'm allowed to.
He's gonna lean in and whisper in her ear, Don't fuck this one."
Got it, yeah.
My good sir, I don't fuck. I provide love, feelings of happiness.
Believe it or not, Felix, you're not the one I'm worried about.
Well, then I gladly will accept the risks. Seems to be worth it.
Alright. Well, Fiona, you know what to do if you get yourself in a pinch.
Yes.
Yes, I should be on my way.
He like sort of bows to you, like steps out of the way.
Then he'll leave the room.
As yeah, you'll be able to head over, and eventually you'll make your way to Spring Court. But well, after he leaves, Felix turns to you, Fiona, and says, "You wish to stay in this place, or would you rather leave? Let's find someplace a bit more, well, suiting to your tastes, unless you do like the ambience."
I definitely do not like the ambience, but I need to stay somewhere relatively safe. If you know a good place, sure. But I don't want to get too much attention right now.
Well, you are running from the angels. I fear that there are a few places which would be able to prevent you. One would be, well, Demon's Hell Circle, but I don't think you want to go into any of those. But I may suggest that the Fey Courts are almost impregnable. So if you want to be, relax. Spring has delightful sights. Flowing rivers, beautiful flowers. Not as beautiful as you, of course, but still, you spruce up the atmosphere. Rolling green hills.
Sounds very inviting.
Then why don't I take you to, well, the small bit of land that I call my own personal home.
I would love to.
As yeah, he's gonna extend the hand. And as you take him, he'll gonna walk up the door, and as he opens it, step through, and there is now grass underneath your feet, as large sort of wooden house with a beautiful garden surrounding it, and as you hear the sound of running water in the back. Says, come, let us go and relax in the garden.
She's gonna follow him.
Lead you and through, like, around the house, this like wonderfully trimmed hedge, as he brings you into his small garden, as there's like a wooden bench that he invites you to sit on, as this place is surrounded by flowers of all different kinds, and not that far from you, you can see this small running river that just flows downhill at a rapid speed. As you can just take in the sounds, the smells, the pleasant, chill breeze that blows through. Is this place to your liking?
It absolutely is. It's great here. Maybe it feels like home.
Well, I mean, it could be your home. I don't mind if you wish to come here often. I travel so much, I hardly get to enjoy this place.
I feel honored, but I'm not sure that's the best idea.
At least then for now. Wait for situations to calm down, Or chased by angels recently. No angel can get you here, I assure you of that.
Glad to hear that. One thing less to worry about.
She'll nod and smile. Meanwhile, Colton, you will also find a way to step through the portal as you will be greeted by a smiling Maya on her throne as she dismisses her other attendants. Ah, doesn't my knight in shining armor? You are muted. May not be here. Tick, are you with us?
I also wouldn't want to be here if I was Tick.
Take that as a no.
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, so as you would have stepped through, you would have eventually reached one of the doorways and stepped through. You would be greeted by a smiling Maya as she dismissed the rest of her attendants. And as she looks at you, she'll say, if it isn't my knight in shining armor.
Always happy to see you, Maya, especially in such crazy nights.
Well, unfortunately for you, I don't think the crazy nights will end soon, but at the very least we can enjoy some time together.
You know, I always appreciate quality time together, but I am a bit confused why you recalled me now. Is there something you have in mind?
Yes, there is. I will be requiring your services. I need you to, well, it pains my heart, but I will need you to be able to fight the angels directly. You got involved, and it's too late to stop now.
Okay. Well, what would you have me do first?
Well, for now, not engage with Fiona. She is not your priority anymore. Or to leave her to her own devices and stop fighting her own battles. Plus, I think he's about to have some fun soon. You know, I realized something, Colton. No, you were correct when you mentioned the thing about Darius and everything. So, realized there are other ways I can hurt the man without, hurting him. Imagine what would happen if Fiona would just not go back to her old ways, no. Find a new hobby that is, in fact, well, in his opinion, way worse.
I think you should leave Darius alone. He's got enough on his plate. He's about to doom himself.
Tell me, if you saw someone on their knees, depressed, sad, wounded, you help them rise up? Because you know what I would do. Probably sit on their head and make a joke. I will not be happy until Abaddon goes back to her old funny self. Takes dooming Darius, killing him, making him depressed. Suicide is always an option, I guess.
Might I come up with a different idea or pitch a different idea to you?
Of course, I'm always listening.
Abaddon does seem the jealous and possessive type, no?
Mhm.
What if you were to get closer to Darius? A jealous woman tends to be irrational, don't you think? Somebody in her stance who is kind of controlling.
You know
How
what?
mad would she be?
You should roll me persuade an NPC, and you do get a +2 this roll. There's a very tempting argument you're making.
Nope, that's not. There we go.
He won't fail. He's still. That's still partial. Still partial. So say. You're getting more devious. I like it. I like it. It's a dangerous business. Because if one does this, they will in fact earn the ire of Abaddon. But you know what? Still a good plan. I won't do it myself. I want to risk my pretty little face. Plus, I don't think I have it in me to try to even seduce someone like Darius. I would get bored too fast, and I would just die of boredom or say some stupid thing. I think I can get someone to do it for me. Genius plan, Darius. Genius plan.
Who did you have in mind?
Figure it out. There are many Fae who are tricksters and seducers and great manipulators that still are either loyal to me or they would find this good sport. But speaking of that, well, I hope we have a deal that you're not gonna mention this scheme to anyone.
Of course. I would never mention the scheme. I'm loyal to my monarch.
Lovely, lovely. I guess you'll have a bit of time to rest, Calver. Hopefully spend some time with me. Soon, a great war will descend upon Columbus. I want you there, but not at the start. Get to hang out here for a bit, and once the first casualties are down, then we can intervene.
You said fight angels, but I don't think I'm on par with an angel, so what did you have in mind?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Alright. Well, time with you is always pleasant.
Lovely. Now, because the last few times you were quite upset that I didn't inform you, I am informing you right now. It's gonna be a while. But, well, I don't think you mind, do you?
He smiles, not at all.
Wonderful. Yeah, you know what this will be. You'll spend some time with her, enjoying whatever leisure activities you would usually get up to. So yeah, no, this in the real world will equivalent to probably like At least a month. Don't worry about. As Ashley, I think you were in the other hospital with the kids. I'm not sure.
I'd actually gone to see last time we finished off. I went to see Darius because Colton told me about his cryptic fucking thing, and he's like, "Go talk to Darius."
Okay, so you're meeting up with Darius himself. Okay.
I'd finished talking to Darius, and he
Okay.
was like, "Okay, let's go to heaven," and he was like, "Oh fuck, I can't."
That's true. That's true because you did. Yeah.
So I would try and give Colton a call, but I'd imagine he's unavailable.
He is unreachable. Not around.
And I would do the same with Fiona, but she's
It's a similar thing. It's so weird how it happens.
then I would head back to the hospital where the siblings are.
Yeah, yeah. And as you walk in, you'll see one of the younger brother be a bit agitated. Like as you walk into the room, like, oh, thank God. Hey, do you know what happened to our sister? We got a bit of a like rundown, but like, just talk to her.
I was hoping that you could. She's fine. There's certain places we can visit that I can't get reception into, so she's more than likely there.
You cut out a bit. What did you say?
Your sister's. Well, there's certain places I can't get cell reception into, so she's more than likely there, as I can't contact her at the moment.
Oh, he like nods, but he is clearly not gonna take this well. Like you can see like he's worried now. Who knows what he might do in like a day.
Yeah, I'll get in contact with her as soon as I can. No. I'm sure you guys have questions. If it was partially explained to you, ask away.
Yeah, as they will, both of them will bombard you with a lot of questions. As yeah, you can give them a brief rundown of the fact that hey, yeah, there's supernaturals about. They're kind of infiltrated into everyday life. Now, Glamour doesn't. You kind of give them the basic rundown of Glamour. You start kind of going through all of that.
Yeah.
As there's a sort of a knock at the door. As you can see, it is Graham who came in. It's kind of like, hey, have a second.
Hey, as I'll stand up. I'll just be outside the door if you guys need me. Oh yeah, follow Graham. Cool.
Yeah, so as he like closes the door and you're kind of in the hallway, I'll say. Okay, so I'll be honest. I don't. Normally, I would just take them underneath our wing and have them at least be equipped enough so that they don't just get too much attention. They're like too young to be on their own. Reached out. Apparently, they still have a dad. He's in the hospital with cancer. Not doing too good.
Shit. Fiona mentioned.
Ah, Shadow, you're so quiet.
Why is it? One sec. Oh. Okay. Continue. That's fine.
Yeah, so he did the whole thing. You think you can like pay him a visit? I don't even know how should we approach this. You know Fiona the best.
Yeah. I'd like Fiona to still be a part of their life if that was a possible option, but she's too much of a wild card at the moment, unfortunately. I'll bring her in, but definitely something that needs monitoring. There's no way that she can be left in they can be left in her care. Mum's in heaven apparently, with no one available to go grab her, even though that would be a suicide mission as it is. Dad's apparently got cancer, so I'll pay him a visit, but I definitely can't leave the kids there.
Yeah, but remember, he's still unaware of anything, so who knows
Yeah.
how he's gonna react to this. And when you talk to him, who knows what the hell he's gonna hear.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll keep
I
an
know
eye
the
on
mum
the...
was the main provider, not like
We'll,
just because I'm gonna go speak to him doesn't mean anything's gonna change.
he nods. We'll keep an eye on the kids. Once they get discharged, we'll move them around, them away from prying eyes, and let me know what you find with the dad.
Yeah. She shouldn't, but if Fiona comes back, wait until I'm there. Keep her at bay.
What was that?
Fiona shouldn't turn up before I'm here, but I'd prefer if I was here before she was given contact with the kids.
Yeah, he'll nod. We'll let you know if she tries to make contact.
Good. But yeah, I'll head off to the hospital.
Well, I mean, let me check the map, because if he's like a cancer patient, they'll probably keep him in like a specialized medical center. Find. Actually, probably it will still be Columbus, because Columbus is like the biggest nearby city. So, funnily enough, he's probably being sort of looked out after. Actually, give me a moment to. Actually, no, just gonna ask because I have so many Americans here. If someone's being actively treated for cancer, do you have like are you just being kept in the hospital while they do the treatment?
It
Do you have like...
depends on like, is he at the stage where it is like terminal yet, or like near terminal?
I get that feeling. Tamara, feel free to correct me.
Yes.
Then yes, he'd either be in the hospital, or if they've determined that no more treatment, that treatments would not be effective anymore, they'd move him to what's called a hospice, which is literally where you put somebody so they can die.
I don't think it's hospice level, so yeah, probably still in the hospital. So yeah, you could easily locate, figure out which hospital they would have kept him in. Actually, have a move for... have some. Oh, but you know what? I think you'll owe Graham another favor for all the help he's giving you.
Fuck you tomorrow.
So yeah, they'll give you the location to her dad's like hospital and room, so you can pay him a visit.
Yeah, okay.
As yeah, you'll make your way there. As you walk into the room, and you can see him sort of in the bed, resting.
Hey.
He's not. Oh, sorry, I was gonna say he's not alone though. As you walk into the room, there's another person here already with him. Think you recognize her? I think you've seen her before. This is Emily. This is Fiona's best friend.
Yeah, last time I saw her, though, she was someone else.
Yeah.
I'll give her a nod as I enter.
As she looks and she says, hey.
Hey. Is he awake?
No, he's like sleeping.
How's he doing?
The usual, I guess. It's I heard about the attack on family. She's not picking up the phone, so I thought I might at least check in with her father.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, it's bad.
Do you know what's happening? I can't reach to her, to her mom, to siblings, no one. I'm
Siblings are
starting to-
fine. I've got the siblings under protection. Mum's. And when I say this, I bring my voice down to a whisper. I don't mean she's dead, but she's literally in heaven.
Okay.
And I
Not
have
good.
no idea where Fiona is. She was meant to be in the hospital, but yeah, can't reach her, so.
Maybe that Darius fellow can help. He helped me last time.
Yeah, I wish he's, thanks to Fiona, under the control of the Demon Lord, so. Yeah. Don't grab the kids in the short amount of time I had. I'll see what I can do for the mother, but now I've made sure the kids are right there. They're spiraling.
Okay, but okay. But what if we talk to the Demon Lord? You can help me meet up with them.
I can. I
And-
doubt that you can convince her to let one of her top agents go for a potential suicidal mission.
To do something. I just can't sit around with.
Best, you know the family, yeah?
Yeah.
Best you can do is go comfort them fucking kids right now. You're here with the dad. That proves something.
She nods. As I mean, yeah, you can sort of either tell her where to meet up with the kids and inform Graham, or take her there yourself.
Yeah, I'll take her with me when I go.
As you walk out of the room, you maybe instinctively glance around. You see someone at the end of the hallway behind you, watching you to sort of leave. As don't recognize, but they don't look human necessarily.
Is there a picture or?
Only if you're gonna interact with them. Otherwise, I will not bother.
Who's watching me?
Are you no? Because there's like she's at the end of the hallway. The question is, are you gonna
Yeah, I'm calling this out. I don't know.
just shouting at her? Emily might
Yeah.
like get caught in the crossfire if a fight breaks out.
I'll make sure Emily's behind me, you know.
Okay.
No, you didn't say this person looked vindictive, Grun.
No, but I'm just saying if you're gonna be a hostile and the fight breaks out, Emily is actually just
Oh yeah, I'm not being hostile. I'm just.
there we go. Actually, fuck no. I thought I had a good picture, but then I clicked on it and zoomed in, and I'm like, no, not the fangs. It's fucked up enough. Yeah, it's still fucked up enough. Um. He is gonna look at you, sort of, almost hear like a giggle. And she like starts sort of walking up close. Emily also turns and looks a bit freaked out.
Yeah, I'll make sure Emily's behind me. I'm putting myself in the way.
She says, "Well, aren't you an observant one?"
I've been known to be such.
Hmm. So?
Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, we'll see about that.
What do you want?
Nothing. Just waiting for you two to leave, so I can go and heal the poor patient inside. Doctor's orders and all.
I look at Emily and look back to her. Huh. I don't suppose you can tell me under whose doctor's orders?
Special kind of doctor.
I would imagine such. I don't suppose you're not going to give me a uncryptic answer about what healing actually entails?
Sort of puts her hands a bit behind her, sort of sheepishly, and say, "Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll like being cryptic. I'm gonna let a girl have her mysteries."
That's the problem with you modern girls, all gotta have fucking hobbies.
I do have quite a lot of hobbies. Oh, are you gonna leave and let me do my job, or are you gonna stay and make a big fuss over all of this?
I'm pushing Emily as far back as I can at this. I don't suppose I can watch.
Oh, you can watch, definitely. I want to make sure he is properly stitched up, if you know what I mean.
Of course.
As she starts like walking towards the room, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow her into the room.
Yeah.
I am making sure Emily is fucking out of there, Grun. I like Emily, like signaling Emily to like just fucking leave.
You know what? Give me persuade an NPC. You have a +1 forward on this, but yeah, she's like, I'm letting the fucking weird lady with.
Okay, I didn't put the +1 on it.
Yeah, it still would have been actually no, it would have been a partial. Yeah, because you have had a 7. So, uh, you know what? I'll say this: you'll owe Emily a debt for this.
Yeah, that's fine.
But she sort of very reluctantly nods as she will kind of leave. She doesn't seem to mind, but does say, "Ah, it's only an audience of one then."
Some of us don't have as strong as wills as others.
She smiles, says, "Well, the healing begin," and she places her hand on him, and you can see sort of his body, like you can see the veins start to dilate and become more visible as they start to rupture, as the skin itself starts bleeding all over the
Yeah, as
place.
soon as shit like that starts happening, Grunt, I am so... Fuck it, I'm summoning the sword and I'm aiming for this bitch's head. Fuck it.
Me turn to violence.
Tomorrow, fuck you. This is all your fault. I can't even find the fucking button.
I do love, I think it's the last move, the basic move.
There we go, yeah.
Ah. Yeah. As you swing the blade, you sort of manage to, she like, as you just make contact, the edge bites into her flesh as she suddenly turns into a cloud of sort of green leaves and dissipates. You love them, Faye, a bit.
Yeah, at least we know what she...
Yeah, definitely a Fae. As he is dead, as the monitor sort of registers no pulse. You can like hear people. Sort
How
of,
bad of a state is he in, Grunt?
his entire body, like his blood vessels, just fucking ruptured, and you can see a weird mark where she like touched him.
Jack shit I could have done. At least
Nope.
I got a
No,
shot.
because the moment she touched him, it was all over for him.
Yeah,
He was already like a cancer patient. It's not the best condition.
I thought she was gonna do some shit with a knife or some shit. Oh well.
Yeah. What's your next move as you stand there, sort of shocked a bit? It's like it'll take like a minute or two before like nurses come in to like check what the fuck.
Yeah,
happened.
I'm going before the nurses. They'll draw too much attention.
As you head over, you kind of go down the stairs and it's been a while. It's been a while actually, but I feel like you would remember this one, the one that waits for you down the hall, a floor below, as people are rushing to get to the patients. There's another woman, has her arms crossed, leans up against one of the nearby walls as she sees you coming down. It's Sky. It's been a while. It's been a while indeed.
I just walked past.
Nah, she's gonna step in and says, "Not so
Okay, she can
fast.
step in. I was going.
Not so fast."
Which
You-
one?
Nothing really. I mean, I want to fight, but it's up to you, honestly.
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Cool. Then we're just gonna stare at each other for give it about 5 to 10 minutes.
I mean, we can talk.
We can talk, that's for sure.
Why are you here?
To stop you.
Why?
Stop you from helping Fiona's people.
And why would you want that?
Well, believe it or not, apparently Fiona's instrumental to my monarch's weird, bizarre fucking schemes that I don't really get or really give a shit at understanding.
Seemed like a bit of a free agent when we originally met. It had to seem you turn into some kind of fucking lapdog.
Listen, I may have my own shit that I do, but I'm still a fucking Spring Fae. Still have to do jobs for the monarch. You can't just blow them off.
I apologize about the next part. Probably gonna go worse for me. As yeah, I'm fuck it.
Just gonna
Bro,
start the fight
yeah,
with her.
yeah.
Yep, give me another turn to violence. Oh,
I'm using the sword.
yeah. As she also has some fucking knuckle dusters on her hands, as you'll have to get out. Ooh. So which one do you inflict harm? Oh, I just because it's partial. So yeah, they're just gonna inflict harm on you as you swing that blade. Let me check your sword stats. I don't think it's a normal.
Oh no, it's a powerful sword. Base, free, harm, and enchanted. Thick plus like something harm and fame.
I just wanted to know if it has fucking because she is a fae. So
Yeah, I don't. The sword has nothing like that to overcome resistances.
Stab. See. As yeah. My bajillion tabs open. Yeah, as you swing your blade and yeah, it's sort of cuts in deep. Not as well as it should, but you know, she's not a regular Joe Schmo. She's not gonna come down in a single hit, but she is also gonna punch you as well. As 2 harm already, this is bad. Gonna take 3 harm. As the moment the knuckle dusters impact you, there is a force behind them that's not natural. These are not natural weapons. You're not sure what magic they are infused with, but they hit like a fucking truck. As you feel your fucking ribs just shatter, you sort of stumble back, gasping for air. She looks at you. That's a good fucking hit, kid, but I don't think between the two of us you're gonna last too long in this fight. How about it? Back the fuck down and we'll make sure to take care of good old Emily over there.
What do you mean by care?
Listen, how about I make you a deal? You stop right here. I don't have to kill you. Don't have to fight it out. Let us take Emily and we leave the kids alone. Sounds fair?
You know, I'm on to Fiona as well.
Listen, we're not gonna hurt dear old Emily.
You fooled me.
Well, just gonna make her a simple offer.
Which is?
Well, it's must kind of suck, you know, to be powerless little fucking human. So, well, the monarch has a plan for her. Offer her a bit of power in exchange for her service. Seems fair enough to me.
You think she'll take that?
Well, I mean, depends. Do you think she's had enough of feeling like a useless piece of shit? Just being flung around because of Fiona's little schemes?
Probably. I doubt she would want to work with people that just killed her best friend's dad at the same point.
Listen, we are not proud of little Gwen, but that's her little job. Need to work for us. Work for Maya. You think she knows everyone who's associated with everyone? Listen here, kid. A little bit of lies, a little bit of bedlam. Have to sway minds.
Yeah, you guys really are one-trick ponies.
Plus, Maya's been experimenting with a new magic formula. We'll see how it works.
She has.
So, might want to check in with the ER.
Ace.
As, yeah, she's gonna sort of whistle as you see a doctor sort of looking. Holy shit, what? That's like someone like calls for a couple of nurses to treat the emergency room. That fucking surgery. As well, gonna cut back to Fiona. So you're enjoying your time here with Felix. Says, have you thought about the future, my lady? What are you gonna do once all this blows over?
Honest, I don't know. I there's a lot of things going on, and I just hope one day everything's gonna be fine. I get away from this and still just spend time with my family. That's all. I don't
Family.
want to be part of that fucking politics right now, so I'm just.
How is your family?
I mean, my mom just got taken by the angels. I don't know how she's doing, and siblings are currently taken care of.
By whom?
A good friend of mine.
And there's nothing to worry about. Sounds like they're all, well, your mother is not in good hands, but at the very least, I don't recall angels being outwardly hostile to regular mortals.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
As switch scenes to Colton. Is well, you're enjoying your time with Maya. Is as you're sort of chatting, someone disturbs your romantic dinner as you see this rather pickishly looking lady, the mask on, dirty clothes, blooded fingers, sort of almost immediately like prance around and she's like, "It's done." Oh, I see you're busy. As Maya sort of kind of gestures for her to come closer. Must excuse the interruption, Colton.
What's done? I don't think I've ever met this individual before. I don't think I've ever met this individual before.
She kind of turns to you, kind of tilts her head a bit, says, "I'm Gwen. Lovely to meet you."
Kelly extend a hand. Pleasure's mine, Gwen.
She's gonna shake your hand with both her hands very enthusiastically. So,
So, what,
I killed him. It's done. He's dead. You can see she does have this sort of nasty wound on her arm, like a deep cut.
who did you kill, Gwen?
She again turns to you and with an air of innocence giggles and says, "Fiona's dad, of course."
Colton's gonna look at Maya.
Well, just kind of like nods to her and says, "Do get that wound checked out and you're dismissed for now." If the hunter makes trouble, make sure to bring the kids in as well. Bishop's cooperative, you have no need for them. She like Gwen nods and turns back and walks through a door. As Maya just sort of very casually turns to me and says, "Where were we?"
So, you pulled me away so I wouldn't interfere with your plans, huh?
Well, that's like a bonus, I guess. I do enjoy your company.
Why are you killing Fiona's family?
Pesky mortal ties that have no use for her anymore.
What are you planning on doing with her?
Well, let's just say that I've been working on a couple of deals. And I'll be honest, I don't think Darius is very beneficial to our cause. So, you know what? You were right. I'm gonna find someone to seduce him. But for that to work, he needs to be in a very vulnerable emotional state. I think failing with Fiona is gonna work out,
She's here, isn't she?
of course. Not only is
Well,
she here, well, she will soon understand that life as a powerless demon is such a boring life. One could be empowered to do so many great things.
you think when you kill her family, she's gonna want to work with you?
No. But the better question to ask is, what do you think she will handle knowing that she sat around enjoying dinner with a handsome little fae while her family got butchered, kidnapped, her best friend, well, is about to sell her soul to me. So, what do you think she is gonna do?
His family has suffered enough. You gotta stop this. The Darius thing is one thing, but hurting these people who have done nothing, aren't even involved in this, that's another. You're better than this. You're not cruelty for cruelty's sake.
Not for cruelty's sake. I need her to break. I need her to shatter into a million pieces. And I could be there to rearrange the shards to my own desire.
This is not the right. I keep telling you this is not the right course of action.
Why would that be?
Because again, you're hurting innocent people. They're going to Abaddon's not stupid. She's going to Lynn Darius aren't stupid. They're gonna see this Fiona thing from a mile away. Why does Darius have any reason to trust Fiona?
Do you think Abaddon cares about Fiona? She doesn't. As for Darius, well, you think, let's just say I am betting on his selfless nature combined with a bit of obfuscation. Also, I'm doing a big favor for some of the other Fey Monarchs plus an angel, so I'm making big deals over here. Gaining quite a lot from hurting these people.
Let me guess, Fiona. Not Fiona. What's her name? Fucking Portia.
What? No. I don't think she would like me much. From my understanding, she's a by the books kind of angel, even if she kind of twists them sometimes. No. I'm talking here real experiment. Feel like, well, evilness.
This is with the other monarchs. What does heaven have that the monarchs could possibly want for this favor?
Well, remember the little experiment the monarchs ran with trying to make new Fae?
With gritted teeth, he says all too well.
Well, did you think they would just give up after one failure?
I think after you guys could have worked together, I thought it was impossible.
Well, apparently, Callahan has found somewhat of a interesting loophole. All that research for Jester paid off. Managed to turn it into something. Now we need
How does
test
it-
subjects, so guess we'll see how that works. The first test subject should arrive quite soon.
Emily.
Yes.
I care about my friends like Fiona. How are you going to expect me to square this circle here?
Last I checked, you were sworn to me, not to Fiona. And if Fiona was so worried about her friends, why didn't she do anything? Mention her once, she didn't bother to reach out.
How do
In
you
fact-
know about her?
In fact, I'm pretty sure her friend after the attack so worried she tried to reach out herself. Too bad Fiona was in the courts all this time. Sorry, what was your question?
How do you even know her?
I think I have no contacts. Studied quite a lot while I was in College Town with all of you. All I need to do is ask for the right person to sell me the info and boom. Both Emily and Fiona were in the same college. Not that hard to track down.
I'm guessing Grunt. She's not gonna let me leave.
Listen, you can always break some of your vows and try and escape on your own.
No, I'm already pretty hot in that.
Then, because again, the thing is, if you wanted to leave, like, she's not keeping you hostage here. Like, you can demand to just get up and walk away. She's never done anything hostile to you.
There has to be a different way.
You with your pesky morality and all. What would you do without me? Listen, I'll make you. You know what? You know what? You know what, Colton? I'll make you a deal. As you see a door opening, you can walk away or an Abaddon. All my little schemes. Tell her on me. Or you can sit here and, well, respect those vows you made. Not rat me out. Deal with the people I consider my enemies. You never disobey my commands. So mechanically, you can just walk out, but you would eat 3 corruption.
Yeah, no, he's a little defeated right now, so he'll just sit quietly.
As she like nods, and yeah, eventually you see Emily almost like show up. As you see Sky is walking behind her. As Maya gets up, starts walking towards her. Emily is in tears and she looks furious. What is this about? I'm so done with this bullshit. I am absolutely done. It's like, well, I'm glad you feel like that, my dear, because to be told you were abandoned by, I think, one too many people. Abandoned by your best friend. Abandoned by, well, the hunters that sought to protect you. And she's gonna put her arm on her shoulder. Abandoned by, well, everyone. She turns back to you, Colton. No one on your side. Well, you are suffering, trying to deal with it. As she, with her other hand, opens almost like a mirror. As you, Colton, can also witness Fiona just sitting on a bench, eating fruits with this man. I actually know, because you saw Felix. You see she's with Felix eating fruits and laughing and sort of talking. As, yeah, she's discussing about how she wants to maybe meet up with her family back. But, well, you can hear her say a lot of things as Emily starts like crying and like breaks down. As Maya holds her, says, "No, no, shh, it's fine. I'm here, and I don't plan on abandoning you. In fact, I think it's time you had the power to swing back. Enough of relying on other people. Doing things your own way. Just need to let it in." As you can see, there's sort of, it's like deep blue ooze that sort of seems to come out of the ground, slowly covering Emily. Merely need to embrace this new power I'm offering and think you should let her know how you feel. Solve this issue yourself. As she is looking absolutely fucking vengeful. And you can all figure someone out if you want to ask a bit more poignant questions.
Mm-hmm.
You can ask 3 questions. No, 2 questions. They're not questions. So 2 questions.
Is this of Emily or of Maya?
You can ask both, like for either. Doesn't matter.
I don't think I can stop her from getting nothing out of this. Is there any way I could convince her? Hold on. How do I get this character to take oaths instead of whatever this is?
You're referring to Emily, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, unfortunately, there's no way because you realized Maya is bedlaming the fuck out of Emily. Like, this is not an honest deal. She is bedlaming, sort of taking some of those anger issues and sort of tuning them to 100.
What is Maya worried is going to happen?
Ironically enough, is worried Emily might just kill Fiona. She doesn't want Fiona dead. She wants Fiona as an example for Darius's failings.
Grant,
Yes.
pulling up the help tab. Is there anything I can do to, without inadvertently, but fucking up Maya's plan here? Even if that means killing Fiona.
Killing Fiona would definitely mess up Maya's plans, yeah?
Any chance I could get Emily to be just so mad enough to kill Fiona?
You can... You can probably mislead her. Try and, like, wanna bullshit her.
Bullshit her and like, yeah, no, she totally abandoned you, or like,
Yeah, like, sort of fan the flames even harder than Maya is doing.
yeah, he's gonna do like he'll get up, saunter over, like he's
I'll
being
warn
helpful.
you, you will eat corruption for this.
Like 3 corruption, 2 corruption, 1 corruption.
No, not 3, but you would eat probably at least 1 corruption.
I'll take that, but I want to do it subtly.
Yeah, roll me mislead and then role play it out.
Mm. Hold on.
Yeah, that's enough. What do you say to her?
It is a shame how she abandoned you in your time of need. When we went after her family, she ran away.
Yeah.
I even rescued her. I was the one who rescued her family. She wouldn't have abandoned them.
You just ran away after all this shit? After she dragged them into this bullshit?
Yeah, can you believe that? Building on fire, fighting in the background, and she ran away. I had to get her I was the one who got her family out. She didn't seem to care, and when they took her away, when they took her family away, where is she? Here.
As Maya will look at you and say, Not what we agreed upon. Now sit back down and shut the fuck up.
He holds out his hands. Sorry, I just was trying to assist.
As you can take the one corruption. As yeah, Emily just sort of like her hands are shaking as she goes up, and you realize the mirror-like surface through which Fiona was being spotted with Felix is not just a mirror, but acts as a portal. As Fiona, you are. Listen, Fiona, you may still survive this. And listen,
Mhm.
well, don't listen. Take is trying to like screw you over. I believe though. As um, yeah, you see this raging monstrosity, this sort of, it's like a being made out of black and deep blue, like sludge, as it sort of appears in the distance as it's charging both you and Felix. He like stands up and says, "Lady, you need to run away into the house, hide, or I will try and hold back this creature." As he immediately like pulls out his sword, and as he dashes towards it, it just sort of, it's kind of like backhands him so fucking hard he tumbles off to the side as his blade sort of spins in the air and sort of impales itself in the ground in front of you. As you hear a voice back of your head, Fiona. It's a voice, it's a soothing voice, as time seems to slow down for everyone, including yourself, but you can still hear the voice. You want to live. Want to be able to
Yes.
see your family and friends again.
Absolutely.
I think it's time you renounce your humanity. Pick up that blade and finish. As time will resume, you pick up the blade and fight this creature.
Yes. Yes, you would.
As you take the sword, you feel empowered by it as the surge of energy rushes through you. As you see vines snap out from the ground, immobilizing this creature. As Colton, you see all of this through the portal. As Fiona, you take a lunge towards the monster as your blade pierces its chest. As the ooze starts melting, and as it dissipates, falls into the ground, it reveals underneath the face of Emily as she gasps for air. And you watch as the life just flows out of her eyes. As you pull back, she collapses to the ground. As let me double check. I'm not sure how you react to this.
Oh, she would get down on her knees and closes Emily's eyes to her hands and just gonna sit there looking at her.
As you just sit there as Felix gets up and
She's dead.
As see there's like a bundle of leaves that rises up from the ground as you see a woman with a mask sort of pop out. She materializes next to you. It's at the body and it's like, I'll be taking this one as well. Thank you for your contribution.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry, did I do something to you? Oh, that's right, that's right. Father. It's true.
What? What did he do
I killed
with
him.
What?
Don't worry, I'm gonna make him better. It's just that his body was clearly expiring, so you know I'm making improvements. I'll make a new one for him. You know, a better one.
Don't you dare make a monster out of him. He's been through enough.
Second corruption of it. She sort of giggles and says, "Okay, I suppose if you don't want me to, so you want to keep this one as well?"
I mean, what you gonna do with her? Make her another monster?
They're not. Call them monsters. Call them. They're works of art, if anything. Monsters. Know how much work I put into my babies? Fine. Someone won't take this one. I can't. It's she's sort of gonna dissipate as you stand on the precipice. Fiona, you feel. How are you feeling? How is what's going through your mind right now?
She got mixed feelings. She's on the one hand fighting with her morale because she just killed her best friend. But she kinda she doesn't like it, but she's losing herself. She's definitely losing herself.
In that moment, you feel almost as if your very being is falling apart. Your emotions are overwhelming you. As you can hear like Felix talking to you, but it's faded, it's muted. The sounds all around you are dying. As you try and focus, you look inside yourself almost. You can feel that small flame, burning desire for humanity. Weak tether. You lost best friend, father, your mother. Siblings are most likely to become hunters. Hopefully they'll make it. As that sliver of humanity seems to just slip away. You gonna try and hold on to it, or are you just gonna give in to this new power that's surging all around you?
She's gonna hesitate, but she's gonna give in.
As Fulton, you will see this bright flash. Flames surround her as you are blinded almost, and you have to like look away a bit as the portal closes and Maya looks happy. Well, I suppose that is also interesting.
What just happened?
Well, I think there's a lot of people that owe me a lot of favors now. And she like rubs her hands excitedly. The birth of the first artificial Fae. I suppose. Is it the first? I think.
First in modern times?
Oh, I stare at the camera because I know other thing. She doesn't. As far as I'm concerned, it was a success. I'm sure Felix will be able to guide our new Fae resident to enjoy. But I also tell me, Colton, what do you think? What do you think happens if you inflict enough emotional damage on someone's psyche?
They break?
They do. The question is, what if we take that and make it a literal thing?
Like, make it two different persons?
She smiles and nods.
Well, my question would be, what happens to the original?
Well, probably dead, I guess. Metaphorical death. I was talking to Callahan, and he did in the Monarch meeting. He did propose a rather interesting way of, well, we can't turn people into new Fae, but what if we can create the event such a powerful catalyst that it might just spawn one into existence? We are beings of raw emotions and feelings. So we need something so powerful, so violent, that it might just create one. And, well, I guess this was a success, so. If only I was a monarch when they were trying to turn you into Fae. Probably would have succeeded. I am that awesome.
You are that awesome, but I don't think Faye is a good color on me. That pesky morality.
I do love your righteous indignation sometimes, even if it gets a bit tiring, but it has its charm.
So, so is my friend, for all intents and purposes, dead?
I wouldn't say she's dead. I would say she is transformed. Are you dead if you get reborn? I don't think so. Her original personality might be, well, shattered, but
So what's next? Or how many of these people are you gonna turn? Am I on that list?
no. You're precious to me. Why would I harm you?
Fair. I guess this is just a lot to take in, I guess.
I know, which is why I'm gonna be here with you to help you adjust. You clearly have some reservations, which I knew you would. But on the bright side, we get to dunk on heaven. And Abaddon is not gonna be pissed at me because this is just it's all Fiona. All Fiona.
It's all Fiona.
I mean, I think out of all the people, she has the best chance at seducing Darius.
Well, okay. You say so.
I think he would go out again and risk his well-being for even a changed Fiona. especially if he learns of this trauma.
I suppose he will. It's probably clear that he is shaking with frustration right now.
She's gonna give you a hug. Come now. Let us focus on more enjoyable things. Finish dinner and I'm sure I'm gonna find something to make it up to you. She smiles with a wickedness.
He gives back a weak smile.
Yeah, I will be back in like 5 minutes. I'm gonna get something to drink. Do a bit of a time skip. We'll work a bit on that new character as well.
Even in my wildest dreams, I thought it would take at least 15 minutes to be fucking Jover. That was record time, Jover.
There were like contingencies, like different,
broken Jover.
different. There were like different plans, different step. No, the first bait.
God, Grandma's regaling us all fucking week with the hooks. It turns out didn't need him. First one, sinker.
Even before the session, I was like, "So, Grom, what's the fucking plan?" He was like, "Listen, we'll see what it's this session. Maybe we'll take another session." No, didn't need it. All in one go. Thank you, Tamara.
You're welcome. Now my suffering is finally gone.
No.
No, Lamau. No,
Lamau.
Lamau. No, Lamau. No, Lamau.
At least
No.
with Fiona. I mean, there's the suffering, I know that, but I don't have the suffering of Fiona on my side now.
Yeah, what if she comes back though? Even ignoring the suffering that your character's gonna experience.
At least I don't have to play her again. I mean, I did love Fiona, but oh, it's not good for my heart. It's not good for my heart. I give up the fight for the heart of people. I'm not done for this.
I'm also not trying to hold on to it.
Now.
I have stopped making terrible PCs. It's not worth it. It's a hollow pride. It ruins you. It makes you a husk of the person you used to be.
To send me a picture if you have one. You're gonna play the
Yeah,
werewolf. I encourage you to play the werewolf.
Yeah, I'm going for the werewolf. But
The reminiscing on the future that could have been, where hate rolled better and just fucking domed you in 4 seasons.
Azazel was right. The angels were right, in fact. Why, Azazel, why you wanted this girl fucking dead? They knew.
They have their own oracles. They're like, guys, I don't know about
CIA
this one."
told him.
They'd open up the Shadows of Myth fucking TV guide. He saw the picture.
They looked into their heavenly crystal ball. They saw 8 of it. Just kidding. This one's
Right.
gotta go.
I like the first one.
I also like the first one, yeah.
The first one's pretty strong.
Yeah. Executive decision. This.
It was so quick, but listen, to be fair, to be 3 people that immediately vote for the first one, so I think that was also, I think it might have been literally the democratic vote.
Yeah.
I'll.
Listen, Darius, Fiona like failing to her own vices. That's like half a failure at best.
Yeah, but he's gonna also die on that fucking failure.
It's gonna get worse because now she's gonna be sent in as the Fae and like lure him into fuckery.
Azazel is weeping. I should have fucking killed her.
Like, well, God. It's not like if she died, it would have been better for him, honestly.
Yeah, then he could have coped, but now the copium is gone. Except he keeps coping because he's a tech.
Yeah,
he's
no,
big-
listen. Listen. There's still a way out. It's like, listen, this person actively chose to reject every chance they had to become better. Like Darius, yes, everyone can become better, but what do you say when somebody just refuse?
But now she's gonna be like, but Darius, look, I need your help. I'm just a weak little fae. I know you tried, Atik. I know. I
Tick also knew. Tick tried.
it was objectively the good move because she otherwise it would have been otherwise there would have been 2 experiments. I'll be honest, you at least saved Emily from being a guinea pig for these people.
Tick, you could have just let her get killed last session though. Like you could have let everything.
Like they were planning on doing some bad shit to Emily. This is actually preferable.
This is why you should trust the Angel High Command. This is why you should never doubt Angel High Command.
That's up to you, Tick. How Colton is gonna. We'll see. Actually, we'll see. Cause, well, time will flow a bit more for you. But let's see. Eventually, I guess after indulging with Claudia for a bit, you would have. Do you want to still chat with Abaddon? Because that was also on your to-do, or no?
Yes. The chat with Abaddon's still on the table.
Yeah. So after you spend like what feels like a couple of hours, as she can now start doing her own little sketches and doodles, you can find Abaddon and chat with her, as she is looking a bit well, actually you can give me a figure someone out roll if you want to ascertain her exact emotional state.
Okay. No.
A full failure. Yeah, she looks annoyed. Looks at you, says, can I help you with something?
Wanted to thank you. Claudia told me about the therapist.
It never really helped me, but it helps her.
Yes, Christina will say. How have you been, Abaddon? It's always a little hard for me to know exactly how long I've been gone.
Well, it's been about 2 weeks in the real world. Say things are moving as they should. I think the werewolf powder keg is about to blow soon, and I'm ready to reap the rewards of that mess. I'm actively planning on fighting the angels, but that's nothing new, and well, I guess we did learn something new about them.
May I inquire what?
Well, apparently Darius has had his little friends dig out some info. Was never thought about it too much, but I always wondered, this place needs souls to function and not collapse on itself. Doesn't heaven though require souls as well?
I would imagine they need something.
Yeah, but they never do deals. They'll never let someone sell their soul to them. But they
Do
will,
they?
they will do their best to try and negotiate for them, sell things, do favors, obtain them through other means. Now, I was never really approached because, well, small time demon lord, but I heard rumors about this from others. So some people investigated and found out about these so-called soul merchants. Individuals who traffic in hundreds of souls, probably even more.
What scale would heaven have to even do this at to keep? Can only imagine heaven's a bit bigger than a single circle of hell.
Nods. I don't know. Quite large. That's why, well, Darius has suggested I let him handle this, and I am letting him handle this. Seems to have gotten out of his little depression phase.
That's good to hear.
Is there anything else I can help you with? How are you doing? You've been spending some time with Claudia recently.
It's been nice. It's been very nice. She has a bit more of a pessimistic attitude about the war with heaven than I'd like, but I suppose it's a natural one.
We breached heaven once. We injured them. We killed some of their agents here and there, making active deals with people who specialize in killing them, making alliances left and right, and now managed to get some insight on how the angels collect souls. Could cripple their entire network if smart enough.
Christine will smile at that. Do you like the sounds of all of that? But, I saw a vision, I suppose 2 weeks ago now. To be honest, most of the visions are terrible. I've seen people die, people close to me die. I've experienced what it's like to be tortured. It's not, none of it's pleasant. I was with Claudia. I saw her. Just happy, carefree. And future's a pretty malleable thing, all considered. But that one might as well be etched in stone, even if I have to chisel it with the rock myself.
It's always good to have ambitions and goals.
But it's good to see how everything's progressing, but I did ask how you are doing.
Fine.
Grant, can I figure someone out?
I mean, you can roll again if you want. I'm gonna give you a -1.
Damn.
You already roll once. Spamming it.
I figure. Sorry. That's actually my bad. That's actually my bad. I figured with the conversation progressing, I would have more to go off of. But if you feel like I'm spamming it, I won't.
No, you can still roll it. You just roll it with a -1 because she's clearly, like, she is clearly angry. Like that's obvious. You're not really sure about what unless you will succeed on the roll. Yeah,
No.
she is
5.
definitely pissed off. You know, it's probably gonna got something to do with Darius's new development because that's seemingly what she cares about a lot. Although why she would be pissed off because he seems happy now is up to you to interpret.
No. Yeah.
You could be bold and just point it out.
Christina's nothing if not a bold person. She'll ask first I thought perhaps was a lingering concern and resentment over events in Columbus, but if I could ask, is this about Darius?
Yes. Quite annoyed he managed to whistle out another obligation. Ethically sourced souls, my ass.
Do you think he's lying? Or do you think he generally found a way?
Well, it depends on how his scheme with the soul merchant will pan out. Apparently, he asked my help, so I'll have to assist him. Without a bait, 2 bites. It's to be one of the large cities that surely they have agents there. No, I heard New York is nice this time of year.
No, I've only been there once. Father went on a business trip, but that was before I learned to appreciate the things in life. If I may ask you a hypothetical, does his success make you more annoyed than if he failed?
Yes. I'm quite tired of his smugness, and I am better attitude.
Would you do you prefer it when he was despondent?
I preferred when he was sitting in his room and fucking being quiet about all of this. Stop talking to other bitch.
Question is, do I step around the landmine, or do I throw a rock at it? Do I throw a rock at it and hope that hope that I can clear the path?
Fortune favors the bold. Don't throw a rock on it. Throw yourself on it.
Satara was her name, right? Question: did Satara do anything? Did Satara do when Star was here? Did she do anything beyond just like talk to Darius?
Nope. She's been talking with Darius, and you think Leon for some time. But yeah, it's mostly Darius. She's been mostly talking. And if you think about it, listen, who knows where Darius might get some of his new ideas for schemes now.
Likely. It's likely she's been an idea board to bounce his schemes off of.
I know. I've been listening in. Which is why now that Darius is out and about to enact his little plans, I have a little payback for her. She wants to screw me over, I can do one back better. Gonna have her be roommates with Leon.
Do you often eavesdrop in his conversations with other women, or is it just Satara?
I eavesdrop onto every conversation that I think is relevant for me around here. If he didn't want me to eavesdrop, he shouldn't have had the conversation here. I think Leon will be a perfect fit for that woman. He can be as dense as a wall, and in very few things that can get under that man's skin.
I think you're being unfair. He's a wonderful conversationalist.
He is. He just... Have you ever tried to scheme with Leon?
No, I think I'd have better luck scheming with a rock.
That's my point, so why not put him in charge with the biggest schemer around? He'll drive her crazy, and I will be there laughing at her.
Besides Darius, has everything else been alright?
Sort of shrugs and says, well, our schemes seem to fine for now. Soon should be able to find Harper back as well.
Happy to hear that. Yeah.
What are you hoping to get here, Ritsna? You're doing the therapist role. Is this what this is? Therapy talk?
No, that would imply I view you as a project, which I don't. Would you believe me if I told you I genuinely did just want to get to know you better?
I mean, I would. Keep asking about how I'm feeling, how I'm doing. Well, want to know me? How about this? How about partaking in a little scheme of mine?
I'm all ears.
I I will need you to draw me something.
And of course. What is the topic?
I need you to draw me Darius's future love life. She merely crosses her arms in like a sort of defensive gesture.
Of course. Takes all of Christina's fucking willpower not to fucking keel over coffin.
Now, you could do the funny bit. You could do the funny bit, Christina. Eat one corruption and just bullshit her. Could do the funny bit. I'm just saying.
Damn, she beat me to it. I was gonna ask, without breaking the plot, I was gonna ask Christina to do that, just out of nowhere.
Now, I have a question.
Yes.
By bullshitting it, I just paint what I want and pretend like I
Yes.
fucking saw something.
Yes.
Just draw Colton.
Oh god.
I'm drawing Darius' future love life, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, Shadow. Would have been a lot funnier if she asked for her future love life, but it's on the table.
Okay, doesn't care about her future. Fucking knows that shit. She's like, I don't know what Darius is thinking. Imagine the gratitude Red will have across like a bajillion characters.
I'm debating right now because on one hand, Christina's gotten very used to the future being usually terrible and bad and horrible and terrible and
There
bad.
is nothing guaranteeing that the future of Darius' love life is not gonna be shit.
That's what I mean. It might be.
So Eniko told you, hey, listen, sometimes you can put your hand on the scale, but what if you can do that without relying on your powers? Think. This is a watershed moment.
Yeah, I'll mock the corruption.
There we go. What are you gonna paint her?
You know, Grunt, it's real interesting a lot of the way she speaks about Darius. It's she talks like she's a jilted like girlfriend. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it does kind of sound like that.
So yeah, you know the lovely thing is. Remember back in Four Seasons when I saw what she looked like under the hood when I
Yes.
painted Claudia.
Yes. Yes.
Red owes me meta debt for this.
As in fact, you're not gonna be demoted. You are gonna be promoted. You are now officially Kushin tier winner.
Is this the first time I've been Kushin tier winner?
I don't
Well,
know.
I think I've only ever been immortal before. This is a great honor.
This is deserved. Celine will like owe you like a bajillion debts. Infinite debts. As yeah, you start drawing like her, that the Zoe, not Abaddon. And as you're finished painting, and she will sort of walk into the room where you had the work done, and she like freezes in the door as she like sees it. For the first time, you just see her lose completely all sense of composure. Hmm. Well, it's an interesting drawing.
It certainly is.
Thank you. You're dismissed. Thanks. This is. I think I know what this means.
As Christina will give a bow, I hope you have a wonderful day, Abaddon.
You as well. Thank you. You can also add that she owes you one debt.
It'd be great. I would have had two debts. I would have two debts if I didn't ask to protect someone's loved ones.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you this out of character. If you would have painted the actual future, I don't think you would have liked that one. The future is bleak indeed. So, know what? A ray of hope. A ray of hope is what the doctor needs.
Listen. The best part about reading, about seeing fate, is you get to put your hand on the scale.
Yeah. As well, gonna as you walk out, there will be we'll see it. Mark. That demo. Probably be. This Leon is kind of waiting as you were walking down the end of the hallway. He's like, heard some stuff from the ground, some bad shit. It's about your friends.
What's happened this time, Leon?
Well, apparently your hunter friend's in the hospital, severe wounds. Fiona's dad is dead. Colton is missing. So is Fiona. Thought you might want to know about this. We already checked with Julie and Nicole, and they don't know anything about this. There does Rebecca. So three suspects crossed off the list.
Has anyone spoken to Ashley yet?
Nope. I'll leave that up to you if you want to chat with her. Covering at the local hospital.
I think I will. Thank you, Leon.
Plus, I don't think there's many of us that the hunters would just let slip through. They know you, so good luck.
Yeah. She'll give a nod as she'll head out.
Yeah, you head out, and Ashley, you've been recovering at the hospital for about a week now, so feel free to remove one harm from the.
Yay.
As yeah, you as a Graham would kind of walk into your. There's hey, how are you feeling today?
Hey. guess a bit better. It's still shattered pieces, but better.
Christina's here to see you. Assume you want us to let her through.
Yeah, that for
Ah, then take us leave. As yeah, Christina, you arrive at the hospital and nobody really stops you, but you can assume that they probably have people on the lookout. As you walk in, go up flights of stairs, and you will see Graham sort of waiting near one of the rooms. Kind of gives you a nod as you approach.
How's she doing?
She was injured quite badly, but she'll make a full recovery.
I'm glad to hear that. Do you know who did it?
I assume Ashley would have told them that it was Sky, right? That was
yeah. I would have filled them in.
So yeah, he'll say. Apparently, a bunch of Spring Fae decided to kick it up a notch.
It's interesting.
Yeah. You can talk to her if you want.
Yeah. Christina will nod. She'll go to enter the room.
Yeah. See Ashley in the bed.
Hey,
This is it's gonna be a recurring thing, isn't it?
yeah. Not a lot I can really do about this.
Do you know which? Well, let's start this off. First of all, glad you're okay. And do you know who did it? Do you know their name, or can you describe them to me? I have favors in my I have favors in the Inferno Club. I can ask.
I need you to go after them. They got Emily, Fiona's friend. Killed her dad.
Colton and Fiona. No one's
Yeah,
heard
Abel.
from them in a while.
I haven't been able to contact.
She'll say, oh, still?
I've been checking. Jack ship from their end.
I mean, I know it didn't become a fade, but I still made a few good impressions when I was a prospective one. I could ask a few questions, see if I
I mean,
find Emily.
if you can find them, that's brilliant, but I think we all know where Colton is.
I'm going to be honest. I have a good idea what Colton is, and I'm more worried about Emily than I'm more worried about Emily than I am the abuser.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's the Spring Fae. Any of them distinctive?
Yeah, I'll say it was Sky and then give a description of the other one.
Sky's in town.
Yeah. You alright with that?
get back to you on that one.
Well, I am about, even if it's here for at least a little bit.
She'll nod. How Fiona's? Is the rest of her family as okay as they can be, given everything?
Well, did you hear about mother? Honestly, I don't remember if we told you.
Not really. I was supposed to get the long version from Colton, but he, I can only assume, is enjoying the pleasures of court.
More than likely. She got whisked away to heaven during a big fight. I managed to get her siblings out of there, but the mother was taken. More than likely to be transformed into something else. But Colin got given some kind of riddle, apparently. Siblings and mother can all see through, well, this.
That's a bad way to wake up.
Yeah. Especially when the first thing you see is your daughter coming towards you as a demon. The siblings are at their great state. I was hoping to have Fiona talk to them, but again, not out, so.
Not sure if I don't really know what's going to happen with Fiona. She's walked away from every door, every road.
You know, it was
Older.
Colton that saved her family. During the
Not
attack.
surprised by that. Underneath it all, there's underneath the resentment and cowardice, there's still a good person somewhere in there.
I'm sure there is, but just running out of support systems. Families all gone. I don't know what they're going to do to Emily, much as I try to stop it. We can barely talk to her.
We're just going to have to do the best we can.
What we do.
Is there anything in particular want me to look out for while you're laid up here?
No. I'll be fine. But just go check on Emily's. The next thing we should do.
I'll look into it. I'd say try to feel better, but they should. I don't know. They should be given. They probably have drugs for that.
Yeah, been taking copious amounts of them.
Could be worse.
Yeah, I guess the world could be ending.
The visions haven't gotten that bad yet. Give it about a month, and I'll get back to you on how bad the visions are.
Alright. How are you doing anyways, though, other than witnessing horrific shit?
Doing all right. Claudia's been getting better. Actually got her drawing now.
Drawing's a good pastime. Takes your mind off shit.
Does. Don't know how much you talked to him, but apparently Darius is doing better.
Good, good.
And well, I'm not so sure how much the some of the old paintings I did are still accurate, considering all the shit that's happened. But I am gonna tell Graham a few things. Shit's going to happen soon, and well, I don't think there's any stopping it now. But we can keep normal people from getting hurt.
Glad. Yeah. The Cardinal's gonna handle that for a while. And you kind of avoided how you are, you just answered how everyone else is.
Feels pretty bad to actually say I'm doing great, considering apparently everyone else and the situation as a whole is downturning into shit. Yeah, no, actually, I am doing pretty good. Sure, the visions are fucking bad, but when I look back on them, most of them actually turned out alright. I can only assume Colton didn't make deals with angels. You didn't die. Claudia's still alive. And ultimately, the ones that went bad, Fiona mostly, wasn't some outside force doing it. It's just her own choice.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're doing great. You're allowed to be happy even if others aren't. Not a bad thing. Plus, we'll get through whatever vision pops into your head next.
Well, the last one I got wasn't that bad, so maybe we're on the upswing. That's Grunt. I'm gonna proc an NSC move, and please tell me what horrible thing is going to happen to Ashley.
Let me think for a moment.
Comedically, right after I say that, please show me the horrible vision.
We get 9/11.
No, luckily because of Colton, there's only one experimental thing on the loose. a second experimental thing will not hit the tower.
Listen, there's probably more in the works.
Yeah, but I hope that's a New York problem. I really hope that's not a me problem.
Oh God, I know.
It's gonna be.
You have a vision. Your sight blurs and you see Ashley walking down the road, and yet her shadow walks out of step with her. Half a second delay.
Is that the whole vision?
Yep. She seems mostly fine otherwise in that vision.
All right. So I don't think I want more corruption because
It's not the
I want
worst.
more corruption. Yeah. Yeah. Casina blinks a few times, shakes the head. I fucking oracular visions have a fucking sense of fucking comedic timing.
Yeah, our entire lives do. What do you see?
Walking down a path alone. The only thing abnormal was your shadow was out of step with you. Not by much, but it was noticeable.
That'll be interesting when it does or doesn't come to be then. To be fair, I'm not going to be walking anywhere soon.
Walking might not necessarily be literal.
It's partially being sarcastic.
I'm sorry, it's actually generally hard to tell with you. You just be everything.
How I try to be.
Cena will smile a bit. She'll say, "You get better soon, and please actually be the one friend who will take me up on this if you end up in a situation, if you end up and you don't know what path to take. Please give me a call. I can literally see the future. I offer that to Fiona, I offer that to Colton, and I don't. They've not taken up on the offer, and I think it's been for the worst for both of them."
And you know, my services are always available. Plus the Cardinals, but they might be a little less likely to help after this.
Well, luckily for the Cardinals, I think I want to help them if I can.
In which case, services are at hand. To be fair, the majority of them are much better fighters than me, so
But are they such good conversationalists, though?
no, but that's why they hired me. I kind of fit that brand.
So maybe that's what they should do. Maybe they should make you their PR person. Imagine you
Yeah,
could
and then I can be a
negotiate.
bitch to everyone. You're right.
You know, I bet you could drive a hard bargain with ancient vampires, demon lords, werewolf leaders, and I don't know. There has to be like a few gods still around, right?
Are they gods?
They probably stop. Listen, some of the stories and myths have to be real, right? Some of those guys still have to be around.
Imagine. Do you really think they're all powerful? At least how they're described in their mythology?
Oh no, I imagine they'd be horrible pieces of shit. But then again, they're in good company.
I mean, that's how they're described in their mythology.
Well, that's what I mean. They're probably terrible people, but are they worse than most of the fucking power players in the world?
More than likely not.
So I mean, you could drive a hard bargain with all of them, but still.
Yeah,
Take care
Ashley
of yourself,
smirks at
Ashley.
that.
Take care of yourself, Ashley.
Yes, well.
Yeah, As on the way out, she's gonna stop to talk to Graham.
Yeah. You can find him in the hallway.
Graham, so you know, preface this. This is a bit of an old, it's a bit of an old painting. That's how I mostly see the future. It's, lots happened since then. Don't know how accurate it still is, but he'll show the picture with Rebecca and like on a pile of bodies with the figure overhead.
Well, doesn't really surprise me. This
Yep,
town will
and
eventually, the wolves will eventually start fighting one.
I don't think the chance to stop what was going to happen has passed us by. But no, you've probably kept your ear close to the ground anyways, just in case. Just in case. There's I know I'm a demon and all, but I'm generally going to offer you this here. If you or the Cardinals never need a glimpse into the future for a mission, I'm always available, and we'll count it even for all the help you've given Ashley. She's a friend after all.
Guess I'll keep that in mind. Do you have any contacts with the spring fucking court?
There's Sky, the one who actually put her in the hospital. That is, used to be close with her a while ago.
See if you can reach out. I don't know where the fucking other friend Bolton. He's been completely missing from the city.
I would imagine he's. I'll say this about Colton. At the end of the day, I think he's a good enough person, but he's tied pretty close to the Spring Fae.
Hmm.
It comes down to it, I'm not sure what side he's going to join.
Understood. Well then, keep safe.
And I will reach out to you when get in contact with Sky.
He'll nod. Question is, do you still have Sky's phone number from a time ago? Have kept it. Zaz.
I think she would have. I had to think about it.
Yeah, so
She would.
could probably just give her a phone call then. She's in this world.
Yeah, I think she will.
She's gonna pick up and say, well, I'll be damned. What's up?
Nothing much. Heard on the grapevine that you were in town.
Well, you heard correctly. Wanna meet up and hang out?
Yeah. Be nice to reminisce on old times.
Oh, I know this little nice bar have a couple of drinks. Just gonna give you an address.
Now, question, just so I understand what Graham was telling me. Does he want me to talk to this guy, or does he want me to inform where this guy's going to be meeting me?
Oh, he doesn't care. He's just kind of like, hey, do you know, like, because he's like, well, Colton's been fucking missing, but you like, kind of told him, hey, yeah, he's with the Spring Fae, full on, and he doesn't really care now if he knows Colton is with the Spring Fae. He's like, ah, well, I was worried about nothing.
Gotcha. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't misinterpreting what he said.
No.
Yeah. Christina's gonna head down.
Yeah, you meet up with her. You sit at the table with her as you order a drink. He smiles and says, "Oh, looking good. How you been up? What have you been up to?"
Professionally, mostly seeing the future.
How's that been working
personal.
out?
Pretty great. Does make me a very valued employee. Does mean I see a lot of horrible shit, but the horrible shit was gonna happen anyways. Probably good to get forewarning on it.
That's just life.
How have you been doing?
You know me. Keeping around, dealing with the regime change, cracking skulls, having fun.
That's right. Meyer is the new monarch. Well, new, but air quotes.
Well, come on now. I know you and your buddy Colton. Pretty much in on it from the get-go.
Well, we were in on different ways. He was led, and seeing the future is a really wonderful thing.
Well, I was gonna say, in his case, it's quite a literal thing.
It's real neat when you paint a picture of a flaming throne surrounded by corpses. Especially neat when you see something really interesting on that throne.
Listen, at this point, they fucked on it so many times, I wouldn't be surprised.
But does it mean, they call it night now? Were you night before?
I was, but listen, I never fucked my monarch. Little baby concert over there is having the time of his life. Kind of funny if you think about it. He was so righteous last time I saw him, but now... I don't think he's doing too hot, but... just be me.
No, when I speak to him, he's not doing the best. He does seem to be sticking with the, still seems to be sticking with the middle of the road, which I think just, makes him feel worse. He doesn't want to fully commit to the Fae, but he doesn't want to make the drastic steps to separate, so it leaves him,
I saw him pretty fully committed.
There's a difference between being committed to Maya and being committed to the whole Fae Knight Enforcer thing.
As far as I'm concerned, Maya is the Spring Court, so... can't bang one monarch and just ignore the rest of us.
He would if he could.
Yeah, but then he'd just be dumb if you actually believe.
Christina will leave it unsaid on her opinion, on her opinions on that. She'll say, so yeah, Christina will just say, so what's brought you to Columbus?
Well, there's a lot of work, and soon fighting breaks out, so I think I'll be needed around here.
Yeah, werewolves are gonna start killing each other. Painted that a while back ago.
And you know.
Yep. The only thing I don't, well, I do have an idea of who well, on top is a strong word, but they certainly do look good on a pile of corpses.
Kind of like chuckles and says, "Listen, you're here to talk politics. I'm not interested. It's boring."
I don't want to know who this person is.
No, I don't actually give a shit. If you want to talk to someone who does, I can't just bring you to Maya herself.
I was never as interesting as you, though.
Well, as much as I enjoy the flattery, I still don't give a shit who's on top of what pile.
Excited to fight werewolves, then?
Maybe they'll put up a good fight for once. Kinda tired of pushing around mortals.
Imagine they would. I saw them get into a fight with some of Abaddon's men, and well, they were losing, but
Well, listen,
people-
I'm not gonna listen. I heard about that. Listen, I don't blame them. That fucking squad's made out of maniacs. Half dragon, fucking weird ass Eastern European mythological creatures, and like fuck off now.
it was impressive they were fighting at all. I think most people would just have died.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Listen, I respect the fact that they still tried. That's why I think I'm gonna enjoy them once the fighting actually breaks.
How long do you think it's going to be?
I don't know. Depends how good the fighters they are. Depends how the hunters react. Depends if the fucking angels decide they need to come down again and force the law.
The angels, the angels. No, I had a run-in with an archangel recently.
It's a rare thing. Impressive, you survived.
Yeah, was talking with this wizard, sorcerer dude. Found out I have a new ability. Can paralyze people by looking them in the eyes. Don't know how I can do that, but I can.
Sounds like something quite useful in a fight.
Now, would you believe it? I had him. I had transport coming to get him. Then I noticed this something trying to creep in. So I twist fate a bit. Feel the floor crack underneath me. I twist a bit more and fall through the floor, and I see this mass of eyes and think goo.
Yeah, sounds about right.
You have any run-ins with well, I mean, you have any run-ins with angels individually?
Had a couple, but never fought an archangel. No, or they're quite terrifying though.
Hey, Grunt.
Hmm.
Reconnecting with Sky, reminiscing before her procket intimacy move.
Sure. Let me think for a moment. You know what? Wonderful. You see a very bored-looking Sky, sort of leaning up against the wall, as it seems like in the room there's like just people talking in hushed whispers. As you see another woman take center stage, as she begins talking to this large group gathered in front of her. You can't really hear what they're talking. You can just see the most bored expression on Sky's face. The vision sort of fades.
No, Grant, I will mark corruption. First of all, yeah, I have 2 questions I can ask follow-up. First of all, said a woman. Is it just that like she was just nondescript, or is that just like I couldn't see, or is that just like saying like she?
Well, since you asked so much, I'll post the picture here. There you go, Zaz.
Interesting. Wonder who that could be.
Wonder who that would be.
You know, Sky clearly doesn't have any interest in what they're saying, but
No, she seems quite like she hates that fact she's there.
but I have interest in what they're talking about, though. What are they talking about?
Well, as you try and focus, she is clearly listening to some of their plights, some of their like misfortunes, offering words of comfort, offering emotional support, as she is one by one taking in their worries and trying to lessen them. As you can clearly tell that these people are absolutely fucking in awe and admiration towards her. They love her, they worship her. I'm quite invested in her.
Interesting. Yeah, as Christina, I think we'll keep talking with Sky. Just, seeing how she spent, the past, year and however many months.
Yeah. Don't you have like 2 follow-up questions?
I did ask 2. I asked who the lady was and what they were talking about.
Okay, then yeah. You know what? Because you asked who she was, I'll give you her name as well. Because they will eventually probably say her name to gather her attention. Wine.
It's a lovely name.
Actually, fucking pronunciation though, I think will come later. I'm gonna double check.
That's an old Irish name. You probably get.
Yeah.
Do not make me pronounce do not make me post Kiva.
Yeah, I think it's just. No, never mind. There's like a couple of them. Yeah, I'm just gonna call her win. There we go. I don't give a fuck.
She is winning after all.
She is winning. Yeah. So you hear her and the name win. Yeah, you'll spend some time. But after like she'll ask like, hey, so you wanna see Colton or the Monarch, or is it just wanted to chat up with me? Also, one other important thing: are you gonna mention Claudia at all to her, or the fact that you're in a relationship? Because otherwise, she might be a bit forward.
Yeah, no, she would.
Okay.
She would mention like, yeah, that she is seeing
Yeah.
someone else by this point. Yeah.
Maybe you didn't expect this, but she would like sort of congratulate you on that, and like, sort of like so. Seems like she is cheering you on and encouraging it. But yeah, that's she would ask at sort of the end if you still wanna see Colton or chat up to the Monarch. Now Tick is pleading in chat. You could save him or just leave him there for another 2 weeks.
Huh. Hmm. Smart thing would be to not go in Maya's realm, but it would be a fun thing to go into the Spring Court. Yeah, why not?
It would also help Colton. You went there. Got him.
It would help Colton though. It is a big downside. But there's a thread related to the Spring Court, and they're talking to the source. Leon did tell me to put my investigator hat on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will.
Yeah, she's then after the.
I can probably swing this where I can talk to Maya and like not help Colton at all. I can swing this.
As she's gonna lead you to the Spring Court. As well, Colton, for you it's been a series of lovely days as you managed to enjoy your time with Maya. Now the question is, would you do your best to try and not look like you're suffering from shock and go along
like-
with her like desires and wishes?
Everything but his eyes will be like dead inside. But it's definitely going through the motions. He is
Well,
trying to-
Colton, she is gonna bedlam you into fucking her. If you're gonna be that kind of individual. So, you know what? Maybe you'll be dead inside, but it'll be like sort of, it won't be like a constant thing. It'll sort of fade as she manages to catch your attention, distract you, and it'll be like hours where Fiona doesn't even like cross your mind and you can focus on enjoying the pleasures in front of you. But then eventually, as that ends, you sort of the thoughts seemingly return, and it will be like an up and down cycle.
So she's making me bipolar, is what I'm hearing.
This is definitely not healthy for your emotional state, no.
Alright.
Uh,
Alright.
This is one of, as you're having dinner after you just finished doing more intimate business, one of the portals opens as you see Sky and Christina walk in. As Maya looks a bit surprised, says, I wasn't expecting visitors. Please have a sit.
Mrs. Christina will give a bow and take a seat.
Am I in my happy state or a depressed state right now?
No, it's depression is kicking in. Depression is kicking in.
Yeah, he's gonna smile and nod to Christina, but his eyes are saying, "Help me."
Maya, Colton.
Christina, it's always good to see you. What brings you to our neck of the woods?
There are a few things. I'm always a curious person. Did want to check in. There are also yourself some people in the real world who get concerned when you go missing.
I suppose we got distracted.
At a smile. Still with the help me eyes.
As Christina will just say, of course. One can get lost. I understand. I have somebody I care for too. It's easy to lose track of time. I also did want. I just also wanted to. I figure I wanted to touch base. I know that ultimately, the courts weren't in my future, but I do want to touch base with what I feel like was still a very formative part of my awakening.
Well, we're here, so. I mean, unless by touching base you mean other things.
As Christina will just to be clear, is the implication there? Clear?
Yeah. Not really subtle.
As fun as it would be, I am a one-woman type of girl.
She kind of shrugs as well. Lost then, but then, what are you here to touch base on?
I do just want to this is more of my own peace of mind. I don't really care what scheme she stepped into. Just want to make sure that assuming Ashley does not make herself a thorn, there will be nothing else done to her. She is in quite the bad state right now.
No. Well, when I sent Sky to, stop Ashley, it was not an aggressive thing. It was merely don't interfere or else. She tried to interfere, she got punched, and then she realized her mistake and stopped. I have no grudges for that.
Good. That was a personal concern, but how has monarchy treated you, Maya?
It's been with its ups and downs, but I'm doing fine. It is a bit of a shame I can't explore the outside world like I once used to, but one must make do.
Oh. So, as Christina will say, limitations of power, I suppose. But I imagine it comes with its perks.
It does. Speaking of which, you are a frequent customer in the Inferno Club. Do you think you could pass off a message for me to little old Darius?
Absolutely, I could.
Say that Fiona had a change of heart. She's well, I don't think she's gonna be needing his help anymore. Independence and all that.
No. I'm glad to hear that. Whatever path it is she walked, I'm glad she chose one. Rather than
She did.
staying.
Now, she looks at Colton and says, remind me. Yes, it was. She killed her best friend. Well, her dad is also dead. Hmm. Why did that happen again, Colton? Why did that all happen?
Because Fiona would rather hang out with a handsome man named Felix than go interact with
Yes.
her family.
Yes. Such a shame. But the heart wants what the heart wants. I always thought mortal connections are a bit of a overrated thing. Just can't keep up with the lifestyle. Too fragile.
No,
Colton.
can't say.
Sorry, what was that?
Can't.
I was just gonna like Colton's just continually to stare at Christina like get the fuck out.
I can't say I'm surprised by choice Fiona made. She never seemed to. She never really seemed committed to the other option. Happy that, like I said, happy that she finally made the path.
Yes. Well, my only concern is that I do want Darius to learn about this. He seemed quite well invested into her well-being and
He was. I think it will be a good lesson for him.
lesson. Lesson on what?
Some people, well, people aren't projects. They are autonomous beings, and you can sacrifice literally everything in your life for them, but that doesn't make them beholden to make the choices you want them to.
Hmm.
Some people just aren't worth it.
I beg to disagree. One thing I can always admire is one's undying passion and dedication for their belief. Everyone can stumble and fall.
Oh, difference between rising and falling is the perspective you're looking at it from.
He wants to chat with her. I'm sure I will be able to arrange a meeting. In fact, brings me a good point. Bolton, I want to, once we're done here, organize a meeting between Darius and, well, new Fiona.
I would be happy to, my monarch. I am a humble and loyal servant.
More than my humble servant, you're my most precious servant.
I aim to please.
You please quite a lot. She looks back at you. Was there something else?
No, no. Just curiosity sated, and I've just reminded Colton that there are obligations and people on the outside. Bliss can only, well, they'll only accept the bliss of forgetfulness for so long before they get upset.
Unfortunately, Colton's obligations keep him here for now. Unless, Colton, you would like to go against my order. Feel free to walk out that door if you want to defy me so openly. As the door just sort of manifests.
Nope, but I believe you have given me a task to go talk to Darius. I would never defy you.
Well,
I believe that the door.
that can wait. That can wait. I do require your company here for a bit longer. Once the war starts, I won't have as much time for you, and we'll be missing this all the time. And then she kind of looks at you, Christina, and says, well, if you're not joining in.
Yes, I will take my leave, and of course, should you ever require a glimpse of the future, Abaddon's my main patron, but there's no exclusivity in my contract.
Then, what do you want to try, Tech?
Before she leaves, I want to try to pass on a note to Christina. Nothing that would break my word, but something that might help her.
Can you give me a pure... Do that. I'll give you a -1 because, like, holy shit, okay. Not gonna be easy.
Nah, I'm fucked. I'm already fucked. It's alright. I'm sorry. Oh, hey, look at that.
Lost you. Know what? I'm gonna make this horrible for you. You think for a moment how bad?
You see that scale that goes up to 10? You can crank up to 11.
Leave the sick man alone. I tried this session to unfuck so many situations. It didn't work. Show
You
me
know
the
what?
receipt.
Like, there's one way you can pass the message without Maya realizing.
What?
Well, you could go up to Christina and just kind of give her a very friendly, warm hug. That's definitely gonna not give Maya ideas.
When you say give her ideas, what do you mean there, Grant?
I'm just saying, I'm not gonna tell you what. I'm just saying there might be like ramifications of you just hugging Christina out of nowhere so forwardly after she just said, I'm not interested in whatever the fuck this is. And the fact that she knows Christina and Claudia are kind of a thing.
You know what? It's worth it. Not sick tick will yell at my past self later, but right now, take sick tickets again. It's worth it.
Yeah, what message do you pass to Christina? What's on the
You remember?
note? Actually, no, never mind. We'll read the note after she leaves. As you go up to her and yeah, Christina, you just see Colton get up and walking up to you, and he'll just give you a tight hug. As it may be a bit tighter than what you're comfortable with. As you feel like something being slipped into one of your pockets.
yeah, Christina will. Like she will not hug him back. She will actually, like after a few seconds, like compose herself and like push him off. Like it's like she looks very. She did look very uncomfortable with that.
Yeah. You'll turn around and take your leave. Guy will leave with you. Could have stayed, but now she has certainly other things to do as the both of them leave, and Maya has like her arms crossed, looks at you. Never realized you were such a handsy person.
Well, let me show you what these hands can do while I got the time with you.
What? But I realized I haven't had a demon some time. I think it's time we get one.
Who did you have in mind?
Well, only one demon we have at court right now. I think
Two.
we need. Well, you need to have some fun. The old-fashioned way.
Mhm. You look inquisitive at that.
I'll remind you, Tick, you can always say no and eat some corruption.
I can't
Otherwise,
afford to eat corruption. I saw what happened to Fiona.
what? I'm just gonna look at. The fuck is your corruption advancements at?
I think I'm at two corruption advancements. They take one status, what plus one,
Yeah. Got
and
two.
whatever.
So it's. I was gonna say you can either most likely rape someone else or eat like corruption.
I don't even know who she's talking about, so
You
we'll see.
don't.
Like who?
You don't.
No.
I guess it matters. So. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna go along with this.
I don't think he's putting two and two together right now. I'll be honest. Like, she's saying things, but he's not. His brain isn't even here right now.
As yeah, she's gonna sort of twist her hands as you'll see this sort of young-looking demon as she is almost sparks out of the ground. You can see she's like struggling against vines as she's like, sort of like immobilized, and Maya looks at this and says, "She's a bit of a feisty one, but sure you'll be able to break her in."
Who the fuck is this?
Does it matter?
I'm not.
You can call her Callie. Name means anything. It doesn't.
It really doesn't. Oh, he'll look at her.
Yeah, she has this burning fucking rage in her eyes as she is currently gagged with a bunch of vines.
Hey, blink once for yes, blink twice for no. One, do you want to be here?
She blinks as if no.
Do you work for Abaddon?
She just looks very confused for a moment, but then blinks no.
Yeah, no, Maya, the Claudia thing, that fucked me up like forever. So, no, I'm not going to break this woman in. Get her the fuck out of here.
She seems so handsy with Christina. Should I get Claudia? Is that gonna make it better?
Colt actually gives her a look that he's never given, like just this most like angry, pissed defiance look he's ever given her. That was just a line too far.
Touch the nerve.
get her out of here. I don't put her back in the streets.
She sort of gets up, walks up to her, as the demon sort of gets almost like pushed to the ground, as she sort of has to keep up on her knees and hands, as Maya will sort of sit on top of her and says, "Make me." The door is still there, Colton. Always just walk out.
Grunt. Grunt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to eat the corruption, but I think now would be because of the emotional state. I would like to try to use magic. Would you allow me to burn 2 hold to teleport her out of whatever ensnarement she's in? Just touch her and teleport her out with me. If not, that's fine. I have other things. I just thought it would be
I think you
just
can
kind of
teleport, or you can teleport yourself.
I didn't know if that's why I thought I'd ask.
Now you can just let it out and shatter a magical spell, because this would count as a magical spell. You don't need to. But
Okay.
I was
like
it's.
I was.
I'm just saying that fighting Maya is like there's no way you can overwhelm Maya, but you can definitely try. So if you wanna like,
I'm not gonna. Yeah, he's not gonna fight her. He's just going to stop whatever this is.
yeah, you
So,
can
yeah.
let it out. As you get up and you feel like the power course through you.
Nope.
As you kind of try and like cast, we want to dispel this magic as the power fizzles and vines grapple with you and sort of immobilize you, and Maya just well. You'll eat 1 corruption right now.
Mm-hmm.
Says, was I stuttering? You have 2 choices. Either you bring her into the bed, or she becomes the bed. I don't care either way. Someone's been getting used to too much freedom. As those vines start like dragging you towards where Maya is sitting.
How restrained is she? How long would it take me to cut her free?
Right now, you're the one being restrained, so
Can I teleport, or am I too restrained for that?
you
'Cause I
no,
think
you can. So you can just teleport out of the vines. As for
Yeah, 'cause
how
I don't
long
think
it would take you to cut her, you just need to give me a turn to violence and succeed, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So I'm gonna make a corruption, so I have 2 hold. So
yes.
just now I have 1 hold.
Yep.
Because I teleported. Now I'm turning to violence.
Yeah. There we go. As you teleport out of the vines, knife in hand, as you start slashing at the vines, as the demon kind of pushes Maya off of her. Take another curve. You again went against her orders. Do you have
So
a
I
full
have to
corruption
hold
advancement?
In mind? Yeah,
Yeah.
I have full corruption
Have full.
for now, but
I'm definitely gonna take 1 oath away from you. Never break a deal made. That's gone. We'll deal with the corruption. You can reset the track, because I feel like you might be eating more corruption. But yeah, as she like pushes Maya off of her, and she makes like a bolt towards the door. As Maya looks at you very annoyed. That's how you want to play.
can I use let it out to have a gust of air just push that demon out?
Yes. Aid her escape. Holy shit.
Nope.
Well, I'll say this. You can distract Maya yourself. By just like fucking tackling her, trying to actually stab her. Like,
Can I try something else? If that doesn't work. I do have one hold. Can
You
I
do.
just push her through the door?
Well, no, but you can shield her. I'll say you can shield her from Maya's attacks.
Yeah, I'll shield her.
As the vines sort of fly at it as eat like another corruption, as she kind of holds the door open and goes through it. Maya looks quite annoyed. Do you feel proud of yourself right now?
I don't do that anymore.
Clearly. Lost your fun side. That righteousness must have gone to your head, and not the correct one. Listen, I could have closed that door any point. I suggest you leave now until I change my mind.
Yes, my lady. He'll give her a bow and I guess follow her out, that woman out the door.
As you walk out the door, you look around and you realize you are, in fact, in the middle of fucking nowhere. As that's where we'll end up.